Hello mọi người. Mọi người chờ xíu anh Hiếu đang có xíu việc nên là đang sẽ vô trễ một xíu. OK. Hello bạn Châu, hello bạn Forsaken ha, Forsaken. OK. OK, xin chào mọi người, xin chào mọi người. Mọi người chờ xíu anh Hiếu đang join.
So he's a super team builder,
Yay!
building a meme coin to one Solana.
Aww.
That's valued $6.9 million
Yay!
pre-revenue.
Aww.
But he coded the whole thing himself for the Colosseum hackathon
Yay!
because he used Step.Fun Cursor.
Aww.
He made $1 million on Trump coin, however.
Yay!
However, he bridged to Mantra and lost it all on own.
Aww.
Hello everyone. Thank you for joining the Super Team call, community call this week. So we will start in a few minutes. Let me fire up the document. Anyway, how are you doing? I see here we have Ipo, Vivek, Himisu. Hello, how are you doing? How is Hanoi, Himisu? So I think okay. I mean like I just come to Hanoi like for a few days to visit my family, but I realized that I actually I just realized that I miss it. Kind of like my whole life been there. Moving away from it is like it's a challenge actually. Yes, will share my screen now. Say it. Chrome tab. Okay. So I will present it today. So this is a thank you everyone for. No, it's like this is not like Da Nang or Hanoi, which is better. They have like different city have different vibe, different community and different role in the ecosystem. I mean, actually, I born in there, so how can I complain? So thank you VE for like supporting me when I not online. So yeah, okay, let me get started for you guys. This is the community call we have today, 19th of June, and we talking about the win, future plan, and everything about Super Team Vietnam. So it's win of the week and upcoming event. So let's come to the win of the week. The win number one is we kickstart work into the sunset. Big time to Adele to bring this activity to us. However, the one of the big deal with on this is you look at the photo in here. There's another logo in here is Moonwalk. So the big deal is not only about the event. The big deal is that for the first time now we are working with international team in bring like commercial product into Vietnam from Solana ecosystem. Think about it. This event might look like it's a fun event. It's just a walk. A lot of people join. It's good vibe. It is more than that. It's actually teach us how to we work with Solana product globally through the summit, because Adele obviously Adele meet the team in the summit, and now how we bring that team, bring the product from international team into Vietnam, and this is kind of like for me is a big deal. Actually, when we do the slide, my friend tell me that is it a win of the week? I think this is a big win because now we are learning how to work with international team and bring the product in Vietnam. Because for Super Team Vietnam, we always about building new project from Vietnam, and we have founder and everything. But we actually have to have people in here learn to how distribute the product as well. We build a lot, but how we distribute it, and actually like when we distribute product for other people, like not Super Team do that, but I remember when they distribute product for other people in Vietnam, later on we can learn that knowledge and distribute the product that we build in here to other countries as well. So this is for me a big win. So thank you Adele very much for hosting this, and thank you everyone for joining. I think that like we have 30 to a lot of people in the picture in here, and also it's a good chance for us to expand our community. More and more people know about us. So there's a fun thing I learned about today. So I talked to my friend in Super Team UK. They're doing the startup village, and they tell me that what are they doing different this time? So what they do different this time is instead of like everything's still on the cooking space, just like we did it in Ho Chi Minh City, in Hanoi, and yeah, that's something we are going to do in Ho Chi Minh City. But they're bringing the banner, they're bringing the logo and everything to the ground floor, and they actually have people walk by and ask, "What is this? Oh, this is like crypto event. Are you still some coin, Solana, a shit coin or something?" I say, "No, just come in and learn about us." So I think that is something we can learn about, like we can learn as well. Like the Moonwalk event, I truly believe that we have more followers to Super Team, more people know about Super Team, and more people support us in our activity because of something like this. So big win to Super Team Vietnam, and thank you Adele for very much for organizing this event. Yeah, so we have a video in here. Wow. I don't know that we have a very good video in here. Yeah. So think about it. In the future, we have team from Vietnam building consumer product, maybe not like big product like this, but or even product like this. I remember like 2 years ago, like 10 years ago, I have a design which is like attached to my ship and I walk sound test and everything. It's one of the first big design made by the team, and they have to know how to do the product and everything. But even in the future, when we do consumer product like this, maybe not like fitness, not walking, maybe some device to track our sleep, and then we can do like we have a know-how from building event like this in Vietnam, and now we can use that know-how in foreign market. So this is a big win from this event. Also, the win number 2 is Adele again, Caesar's rising star. I feel lucky because I have her now in Da Nang, and she doing a workshop. So we have a workshop on mental health, mental wellness, and we have like Super Team member and and other member in Da Nang, other people in Da Nang as well. Go to our space. I see that 40 people in here, and we have legit, I mean, certified psychology expert in here to show us how to build mental resilience. I'm very kind of like unlucky today because I'm so busy and cannot join this, but this is an amazing event. So thank you very much for all the team for throwing this, and thank you B, thank you Adele, and thank you everyone for joining. And I think this is kind of like one of the activities that is going to expand our community, and more people will have questions. What is Solana? What are we building? So yes, that is win number 2.
Hi, my name is
Win number 3 is we have
and
the,
today we're going to do 3 things.
in
public.
We've been building in public for weeks now.
Why does it matter? Let's ask the people. Why have you been building in public for weeks? To get real feedback, to get more users, to get roasted, to self-active, to find new partners, or to fall asleep. So that's it for today. Keep on posting because we do care, and follow Super Team Vietnam for more.
So yeah, so that is the event. You can find the video. You can find this video on our Build in Public community. If you don't know that where it is, so just go to the Twitter, the X account Super Team Vietnam, and on the top you can see it. The next thing, the next win is win number 4. We have Super Team Vietnam weekly technical sharing with token 2022. So actually, for this win, it relates to one of the latest bounty that we are throwing. So if you go to earn.superteam.fund and you kind of like narrow down to Vietnam region, so you can see we are having several bounty now. Like kind of like we are going to into a kind of like bounty storm right now. There's 4 to 5 bounty running right now in Super Team Vietnam, and most of them is exclusively for people from Vietnam. You don't need to be a Super Team Vietnam member, but you're from Vietnam and you can apply for those bounty. And one of the bounty that we have right now with token 2022 is the like transfer hook, and how you can enable a token 2022 with a transfer hook to be tradable. So the thing is like the thing for this is maybe you don't recognize how big it is, but this is a big deal because I'm the guy right now talking to enterprise and actually for all Solana Super Team lead right now all over the world. One of the big jobs that we are doing right now is talking to enterprise and talking to government and see how they can bring real world asset tokenization and everything to blockchain. And for me, over the last 2 months, when I work with them, they say kind of like, okay, I see there's a risk there, but maybe we can control the risk and it looks okay. Like this is not really a green line yet, but there's no red line for sure. So real world asset tokenization is for sure, at least in Vietnam and in other city in Vietnam, and at least in Da Nang, is something kind of like yellow right now. There's no red line. No red line. I think it's yellow. It's not yet a green line. We still have to work on it to make sure it's green line. But one of the big parts to go green line is, okay, we are the government. Now we let you to tokenize some, let's say some assets. And what kind of like you have to really think about what assets they can let people to tokenize. One of the big, I think one of the big mistake for people to think about tokenization is like they look at real estate and boom, they have a brick wall in there. Because if you want to tokenize, let's say resident real estate in Vietnam, that's a big no. Why? Because resident real estate is high risk. The market is very big, but it's high risk. Because the moment you own the land as a resident in Vietnam, then there's some national security involved. Like, of course, we don't want like people from overseas that never spend a day in Vietnam buy like a big chunk of land in here. That create a crisis. That's why if you only think about resident real estate, that's a big no. And to be honest, I think that is a little bit like low, like you just like do not dig deep enough. Because even for real estate, if you dig into, let's say, commercial real estate, let's say Vincom, they build a big building and they have shop in the building. Can they tokenize the shop? That is something very possible because there's no national security risk in there, because that is a shop in a shopping mall. What is the national security risk you have? Because you never own the land. You own the part of the shop. And also there's kind of like financial incentive in there because the shop is generating revenue. So you can actually sell the token about the shop, and whoever hold the token can maybe for 6 months and every year you can get some dividend from the shop profit, something like that. So those kind of thing is very, very feasible. And the next thing maybe like I'm talking about Da Nang very much, a lot, because I'm working with the government in here, and they have doing the free trade zone in here. And if you really think about free trade zone, what is this? So basically, they take around more than 1,000 hectares around the city, which is huge. And they're building, what are they building? They're building a lot of warehouse, and they're building a lot of like warehouse logistics service. And think about it. If you operate warehouse, what do? If you operate warehouse, mean that you store everything in the warehouse. So can you tokenize the asset, the real thing in the warehouse? Because if you operate the warehouse, there's a good chance that you control whatever in the warehouse. Maybe you don't own the stuff in the warehouse, but you know exactly where the stuff is. Like let's say you have a fan in the warehouse, you know where it is, you control where it is, you know the quality of the fan, of everything. So kind of like now, if you run the warehouse, you are in a very good position to tokenize own the assets in the warehouse, the physical assets in the warehouse. So, I mean, this is a big chance for us to do real world asset tokenization in here in Vietnam, and even in this city. However, there's a big thing that's missing. Because like I kind of like work with Leo in our community, and we kind of like together we build a token 2022 things on this, and we try to see if it works. It somehow works, but something is missing. The moment that if the moment the token have a transfer hook, so you can do some kind of like legal complaint. For example, for certain assets, you need some people. You need like the whitelisted people to hold the asset. For example, if I want to sell, let's say some factories. I want to tokenize factory. Maybe I don't want to sell it to everyone. I want to sell to a certain list of people, or maybe not about selling, but let's say the people who can have the right to burn the token, to exercise something with the real assets. So there you have to program some transfer hook in here. You have to program some of the sophisticated function in the token 22. But then the moment you do that thing, the token is no longer tradable on Raydium, on Oka, or whatsoever. It is non-tradable. And I kind of like scared now to talk to all the enterprise people. They say that, okay, I come to blockchain because I think if I tokenize the things, then the token can be tradable on Solana blockchain. I can tap to the liquidity on Solana, which is great. And what should I tell them now? Should I tell them that, okay, I'm sorry, you can tokenize it, but you cannot trade, and you cannot tap to the liquidity of Solana? This is a big problem to me. So I know that this is something not rocket science. I know it is solvable, because you should like every other engineer problem, you have to find a compromise somewhere. And what I'm looking right now with our Bounty in Super Team right now, if you go to Bounty program in Super Team Vietnam right now, exclusively for people from Vietnam, is a bounty for you to figure out that compromise. Somehow, what is the compromise that you offer to enterprise, to the government right now is like, let's say I have assets and you don't give me the full power of customization of the transfer hook, but you give me certain set of rule, which is like sometimes is enough for 90% of the case. Then can I use it to trade the token on Raydium, Oka, or if it's not possible to trade on Raydium, Oka, can it trade on somewhere else? Which is like maybe Metera, I mean, not even Metera, maybe somewhere else that you newly created. But then you have a plan to attract liquidity from from the current liquidity pool in Solana into your pool. This is, I mean, something solvable. Actually, I prefer a solution for you to actually connect to Raydium, Oka, Metera, which is like existing distribution channel is there, existing liquidity is there. I don't want totally new liquidity pool. It's create a lot of headache, and there's a lot of more steps to do. So if you like to approach in here, actually yesterday someone talked to me and they say like, okay, cool, I want to do it. I want to create a new AMM. I say it's okay, but guys, to be honest, I'm not a fan. I want you to do something with existing solution. I want you to expand Raydium. I want you to expand Oka. I want you to expand Metera. I want you to expand Fluxbeam, whatever deck is out there. I want you to write some program that reuse it rather than you have to build something new, because build something new is cool, but it's operational is complex. You have to figure out everything again. Why all the playbook is already there. So even an engineer, I'm curious, I want to build something new, but I want to be a practical engineer. I want to build something that can interact with the real world. So that is kind of like my pitch for the bounty that we are having right now on earn.superteam and .fun. Maybe let me share the screen. Let me share the screen. Yes, let me put it in here. No, I think I cannot. Okay, best not to do it. I will paste the link to the bounty in the chat, so it's easier for you to access. Wait a minute. Let me find the link to the bounties, and the bounty is the total of the bounty is $3,500. It's a good bounty for you to get started. Actually, not started, but like a good bounties. Where is this? Wait me a second. Transferable. It did. Is this one? Continue. Oh, is I'm keeping it private. I'm doing it public now. So is going public. Okay. Token 2022. Now I will share it. I'm sharing it now. So now you can see it on the chat. Only on YouTube, but I will show it in here. So this is a link to the token 2022 things. Okay, so that's one thing. Let's go to the next things. With number 5, we have the Web3 starter package DeFi from the Gen Z things. So thank you very much for this. So this is how we expand the community. We have sub community like Gen Z DAO, and they are expanding with Super Team Vietnam. Okay, let's talk about the upcoming. So for this part, I really want to invite Ipo. Are you here? Really want to invite Ipo to talk about the game jam, the upcoming game jam. So we wait for him for a few seconds. Game jam. Solana. Okay, can you join? At the meantime, I will share the screen. Stop share screen. Slide. No, it should be share screen. Okay, I'm sharing the screen right now. So Ipo is not joining, but I will when we're waiting for him, I will explain what it is. So we are now doing a Solana game jam again for the APAC region. This is not only Vietnam, but Vietnam, Singapore, Korean, Japan, like Malaysia, Indonesia, everyone in the APAC region, Pakistan as well. So you can register now to join the Solana game jam and what it is and what it brings. So joining the program, you will go through some training, like how you all the training is around how you build really good games and bring people in. Oh, Ispo in here. You are live.
Okay. Is this working?
Yeah, it's working. Please share, say some word about the Solana game jam with that you and Karthik is building. Actually, Karthik is the founder, right? And you operate this. Can you share something about Solana game jam too, and what is it?
Well, I think the best is like people can join the Discord because I pin all of the important information on Discord and so to make the onboarding and like everything easier.
Can you send me the link? Can you send me the link in the chat so I can pin it on the screen right now? It's easier for people to join the Discord. And at the same time, can you say what is the program about? You have like maybe 2 minutes, and then we can move to the next topic. Yeah.
So basically, so the first week we will focus on building the game document design, and we build a framework for everyone can actually very easy from beginner to like seasonal like game developer. You can start like to make a game, and the idea is like we're not gonna make anything complex that takes year to build, but like something that can be done like in 1 month of game jam. And there's like a small chance that you can go viral and make money from your game. And so we will give you 3 documentation. First is a template for the game document design, like how you can structure your game. And the second one is a handbook to explain like all the detail. And the third one is like the judging criteria. And we can definitely like gonna increase the quality of the game for this season. And the fun game is definitely gonna attract new user, and that is mostly all the information for Game Jam. And it will start in July 7th of July and end in August 4. And you can start register. You can join Discord and Telegram. And on can you click share on the Discord like a new member guy? So.
Yeah, I cannot do it because it's messed up with my screen sharing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay. But I already pinned the Discord link in here. So thank you, Ipo, very much. So you see, this is like so Super Team Vietnam is big on. Thank you, Ipo. I have to. Yeah, I will continue it. So Super Team Vietnam is big on game. So we support Game Jam 1 last year, and then Super GG, and we have some initial success like we have Majid. I don't know if Majid in here, but Majid now is in Ignition. So he with Masquad, he got into Ignition, have a good chance to win. I don't know, Colosseum as well. And we have like even in the program, we have sometimes from Japan like Lutgo and the Cap like doing good. And we also have David. David is in here. He's building Match.fun. I see like big improvement. Like when people working on the product for a while, the product is like keep improving. So big shout out to David from Match.fun as well. And we have other people like Cường from Sea Farm and many other people like building games in Vietnam. So yeah, we are big on game. Like I know that a lot of investors say GameFi again. I'm not sure I want to see this happen. But for Solana, we are stubborn. We know that Solana is for consumer. For everyone to use the chain to know what like to really take advantage of the technology of the cloud computing things that Solana is building. So that's why we invest a lot on game, and we keep doing that. Yeah, that is the win. Let me share the screen and go back to screen sharing because I have something else. I have 2 alpha today. And no, this is not alpha. Like yeah, we do have like weekly build station in Ho Chi Minh City this week, and we have this is a big thing as well. So we now Super Team Vietnam is working with Drift, and we're exploring NFT. So yeah, this is Drift and Elander Artspark unlocking CNFT. So is there anyone from Chicken Lab or Lyman from Chicken Lab? Are you here? So if you're here, I want to give you a moment. So Lyman is not here. I'm sorry. This is a little bit like my improvise. Sometimes I just want to invite people to the stream to share. Like never tell them before. So not here. The Lyman is not here. However, we're going to have the Drift and Elander in here. The next is we're going to have Janjida with Web3 starter pack in Sunday. Wow, that is hardcore. 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Sunday. So you have to really love Solana. You really love the Grid Academy in here, and you really want to do future trading to join this. So join this in Hanoi, and the Luma link is in here. And again, it's going to be me, but the photo is, oh, I'm look really fat in this photo. Wow, cannot accept the fact that I gained several kilograms when I just settled down in Da Nang. Food is too good. So yeah, we're going to, this will be our event in Da Nang, Da Nang Science and Technology School from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. and I will share about like how students can start, especially technical students, what is the journey look like, and how you get started with Solana. And of course, we are going to kick off the Super Game Jam 2, 8 p.m. Wednesday, 25th June. Okay, this is one of the alpha. So the alpha is we are going to do a Solana camp from 30 June, so only 11 days from now to 6th of July in Saigon, Ho Chi Minh City. So join us, another 7 days building event. So we're back to the green. So over the last 2 months, we already have 2 Solana camp, which is like 7 days each. And now, later this month and early June, we're going to form 30 June to 6th of July. We're going to have a Solana camp again. So what is this camp about? So this camp will be about several topics. So one of the topic is game of course. Oh yeah, it's offline. So you have to fly here. I cannot promise, but if you fly here, we can think about how we can sponsor your stay. Yeah, Vietnam is like cost of living is amazing. So if you fly here, come here, I think we can host you. But Solana Camp, of course, the topic for the Solana Camp in Ho Chi Minh City will be around few things. Game is the thing we talk about, of course, because we have the game jam is running. But the second thing is running also, we talk about real world asset tokenization. We talk about how you do business in Solana with various aspects. So what is actually the real world asset tokenization I'm talking about? So I already, in the earlier part of this call, I'm talking about, existing assets, like you can tokenize commercial real estate, you can tokenize everything in the warehouse. However, let's imagine that we can tokenize something never existed before. So one of the things that I keep sealing for the last maybe 6 months is tokenize something like TAM, right? We already have TAM.fund, which is a very good startup. They bring up the idea that for the first time you can tokenize something like never have a price before. Now you can tokenize something else, like I don't know. This is really up to you to think about. You can tokenize something that is like never been there before, and it will be like maybe big thing in the future. And even for let's say tokenize TAM, the current website TAM.fund is very generic. It is super generic. It is only, so I have the link of Solana Camp in here. It's very generic. It is not like, let's say, industry specific. The UI and the UX is not really on that, like, let's say, Web2 product level. When you really focus on a niche of customer and you make the experience super smooth. So there's a lot of things there. So yeah, real world asset is a big thing there for sure. I do share about infra again. But like, and also we can share, because like that we have like 2 weeks from now to then, and maybe because last 6 months we do a lot of things on infra. Let's see that we will have success story to share with you on this. But Solana Camp is going to be big in Ho Chi Minh City. So if you are in Ho Chi Minh City, do not miss up. And the event will be in our office. So again, so in Ho Chi Minh City, we have an office, we have a hub, and now we have like talking with the owner, and we have that space for 7 days. So yeah, the detail when coming up are the detail will be shown in coming days. But from now, we officially like announce the Solana Camp. So yeah, and we talking about something else as well. So one of the things we are talking about is what is M&A landscape look like in blockchain in Solana. And actually it's really related to founders. Like if you build startup, what is your mindset? What are you building? Because a lot of time people building startup and they don't differentiate between a startup and an enterprise. Like for enterprise, everybody know what enterprise look like, right? We build something, we sell something to customer, and we have the revenue and everything. We can get rich in few years. However, for building startup, especially in something like moving very fast in Solana, we can build not only an enterprise, but also we build the financial assets. The company, the startup itself is a financial asset, and you can plan that from day one. So we can build something, we have some traction, we can sell the company to bigger company because M&A deal in Solana is going very, very hot. So yeah, we are running Bounty to dive deep more into what is happening with M&A in Solana, but I know for sure I will tell you that it is hot. So yeah, that is all the topic that we are like, and other like business building topic as well. And we are inviting like many other experts, because like in Solana Camp we are never about KOL, because I'm not a fan of KOL, but I'm fan of expert, of someone who doing the real work, never sold themselves in media. And Super Team Solana Camp is for them to show up and share their knowledge to other people. So yeah, that is the Solana Camp. So if you're in around Ho Chi Minh City, and I know a lot of you in around Ho Chi Minh City, that's a city with more than 10 million people. It's like every 10 Vietnamese, one is in there. So if you're in there, love to invite you to Solana Camp, 6 days. Just click the link, the Luma link in here, and register to the event and follow us. We will have more update to you in coming days. So yes, that is it. And the next slide. Okay, there's no next slide, but I want to say you something. This is actually the alpha that we are not there yet, but maybe the alpha, a positive alpha for everyone building in Vietnam to see. Remove this. Oh no. Stop share screen. I will say again. Okay, so if you can see my screen, let me make it so ruler. No, full screen. How can I hide on the left? Okay, it's okay. So the alpha that I want to share is, because like we are actively working with the Nang government, right? And not only the Nang government, but other province as well. We will share it to you guys later on, because maybe my friend is in here, don't want to spill the water. But we are working with the Nang government right now and want to see what is the thing that we can advise the government, and what is the concrete action that we can do in here in the next 6 months, because policy is not going to come fast, we know for sure, but a lot of work is how to be on it. So let's do this. So this is kind of like the grand vision that I kind of like get from them, and this is actually not my work, but something I kind of like read between the line. So the few things people are going to do in here. So one is like they want to leverage the tourism industry to increase GDP and attract talent to stay in here. And second thing is, with the free trade zone is coming, so Da Nang is like have a strategic position to become a digital asset trading center in not only Vietnam but in Southeast Asia as well. I'm not sure we can, like, we have Singapore over there, they have like very clear policy and everything, but let's say look at like other place like in Southeast Asia, in Asia as well. So we kind of like have an edge in here because we are running quite fast. So right now we are working with Super Team Vietnam is working with several organizations around the world to see what is the support that we can give to the local government in here. We are looking with former city, and there are a few success stories that we have in here. One is former cities already advise Kazakhstan to bring all the stuff on chain. So we look at that option. So we advise Da Nang to do that, and we say, yeah, not there yet, because kind of like work on something that really fit to Da Nang's strength. We also have like Solana Economic Zone in Dubai, and they sign a deal with Vara. So they want to do real world asset tokenization in here. And Super Team Vietnam is already working with Super Team UK. I have a little bit bias from Super Team UK because I spent like last 2 years there, make a lot of good friends. And CISA is already telling me how they're doing policy advisor. And today there's a news that Solana Policy Institute is proposing a framework on compliant tokenized security to SEC. So kind of like we kind of like working with other people all around the world to see what is the framework we can bring in here. So after all of that, the things that we kind of like pushing in here is three things in we are pushing. So again, not a legal advice. You can do everything on testnet. Let's say this. So Da Nang, they want to do a sandbox, right? And for them to do a sandbox, you have to apply something. It's subject some paperwork. Yesterday, my friend asked me, like, is there a link for me to apply? I say, I'm sorry, there's no. They are government. You have to have a paper, and you submit the paper. They have an address. Go there with the paper, submit to the address, and you're in. It's simple. It's not that rocket science, but they are not online yet. However, as we build on blockchain, in blockchain we have mainnet and testnet. You can build whatever you want on testnet, right? There's no one asks you for permission to whatever to build thing on testnet. So maybe something you cannot build on mainnet because of the legal problem. Legal is not there yet, but you can build everything on testnet. So right now, whatever you think is not feasible on the world, just build on testnet. And Super Team Grant is like waiting for you. Tokenize. Let's say you want to tokenize stock in Vietnam, right? There's no. You cannot do it on mainnet because it's illegal. But you can build it on testnet, right? If you build it on testnet, it's just a piece of software, and we just want to see how it's work. So Super Team Vietnam Grant is for you to grab to build it on testnet. If you want to build a Vietnam Dong stablecoin, right? You cannot do it on mainnet because it's not legal for you to do that yet. But no one can forbid you to build that on testnet because it's just a piece of software, and we can give you a grant to see if that happens. Then what is the operation thing you have to deal with? Because a lot of people talk about big word like stablecoin, talk about big word like tokenize this and that, but they are not the people who really operate it. So we want to give you grant to see if it's on testnet, if you want to operate it, maybe interact with DeFi protocol, interact with other thing on testnet, how it look like, how is the process look like. So Super Team Grant is for you to grab to build that type of thing. So I kind of like go off the topic, but 3 top actionable things that we are talking with the government in here is one is real world asset tokenization. So sandbox program to enable asset to be tokenized, recognized, and the government is going to like recognize the right of the token holder over the assets. This is like a little bit more concrete, and we see maybe it's moved this way. So we're advising right now, and we may move this way, may not. But you don't have to wait. You can go to testnet right now and build something upon it. And actually, for Super Team, we already have a grant we did have a grant in the past to tokenize carbon credit. So you can look up the repo. So maybe I just give you a favor. I will, not sure, but you have to dig into our like maybe past work in the past, or maybe wait me a second. I will pin you the Twitter of the expert in here. So the expert for you to ask if you are interested in this topic, because of all the technical thing already built out is this guy. Okay, I pin him in here. I'm sorry, Leo, if you feel like I make your profile public, but I cannot hide the talent. Talent should be sound out. So you're in here. So if you're interested in building something real world asset tokenization, you want to do something on, let's say you want to test and you want to see if the government say it's okay, and now you can tokenize something in the warehouse, how it look like. You can see the code base that Leo already built in the past. Ask him what is the code base, because it's open source. He published it somewhere. I just forget it. And go to that code base, see how it works. and you can apply it to your real use case. Let's say the use case you want to see is tokenize something in the warehouse, but you might realize that it seems that tokenize something in the warehouse have more nuance. Let's say I want to tokenize. Let's say I want to tokenize this bag, right? Because this bag in the warehouse have no expiry date, right? Or the expiry date of a bag is like 10 year, 20 year. It doesn't make sense. So the expiry date, there's no expiry date for some product. So maybe the tokenization for this will be really different from, let's say I want to tokenize something in the warehouse, but have an expiration date. Let's say I want to tokenize all of the milk in the warehouse because someone maybe store milk in the warehouse. I don't think that's a good idea, but maybe they store something else that have an expiration date. So maybe the nuance for people to tokenize things with expiration date is different from people who tokenize things without expiration date. So the nuance is the thing that's important. So that's why when I say that maybe we have like we are advising and asking and maybe do some work with them to see is this a good idea or not. But do not wait for me. Guys, do not wait for me because my work in here and work with super team in here with the government takes some time. But do not work for me. Do not wait for me. You can apply for super team grant today, tonight, and to test this idea. Like I want to see how this work with some stuff, right? How it work with like tokenize some furniture, which is big. What is different from tokenize something small? Different to something like tokenize something with short expiration date and long expiration date. Tokenize something that maybe you should have like, let's say if you tokenize a commercial real estate, so there's some yield bearing things with the asset, right? Because for commercial real estate, people will run shop on it, and maybe you have profit or maybe you have debt. So what is this? So apply super team grant to build that thing, figure that out. So when the law is there, pray God, if I can do it, if the law is there, then you come to the government. You don't say that, okay, I want to build it, but you say, I already have the software. I already know how operation look like. And now I'm the most suitable people in the market right now with the software, with the operation, with some kind of like experience running on testnet to see how it look like. You should give me the license, no one else. So what I'm asking right now is look into this and do it today on testnet, because we are pushing this in here. And maybe because of you doing that on testnet, I will bring that thing to the government and say, look, the community is doing this already. So if you have a green light on this, we have real startup jumping into it and everybody win. We have GDP for the city. We have good policy that come out from the city as well. It's good for you guys, good for startup as well. Again, second thing is about payment. Why? Because Da Nang is like have a lot of foreigner come and tourists. I mean, for a lot of tourists come, and obviously foreigner, and they cannot open a Vietnam bank account. So crypto to Vietnam Dong, which is obvious. But second thing is maybe what about building a Vietnam Dong stable coin to maybe enable DeFi and everything? Because there's one catch today that I learned from them is, so if you look at Circle, right? Why it makes sense to US government to support Circle? Because they are the buyer of the Treasury bill. I think that there's some report somewhere that crypto company is stable coin company is maybe 5%. Not sure. Have to do some research, but I think like I read that report in the past. They kept like becoming a big treasury buyer right now. So question is, who is buying Vietnamese bond right now? So Vietnamese government is issuing bond, right? They want some people to buy bond. Why? Because that is money for them to invest in infrastructure and everything. Bond is a good thing bond is like investment to a country. However, a province also can issue bond. Da Nang government, they can issue bond as well. So if you build a stable coin company in here and they say, okay, I build this company and I can like get some support somewhere, and now I will buy the treasury bond in Da Nang, I cannot see how happier they can be, because now they have a lot of now they have more money going to the province government treasury, and they can build something new. They can build road, they can build school, they can build something else. So yeah, so it might be a crazy idea, but if you build it, ask us, we can give you a grant for you to build it out on testnet. The only one thing I learned today is the only thing that prohibit us to move forward is fear. And the godsend for us is we have the testnet, right? In the testnet, there's no fear because it's just a testnet. So build it out. Any crazy idea, build it out. But we have like these two things with the alpha I want to say to you, that is the kind of the thing we are pushing. So if I'm pushing myself, but if the community is pushing as well, like grant to build it on testnet, have some product in the next 2 to 3 months, so we push together, and maybe it happened. I don't know. Change coming from, have no idea, fearless people. So, and actually there's nothing to fear as well. So just build it. And the next thing is like I'm asking for them to like share the problem, what is the goal, the problem they have, and I can bring like Solana expertise globally to Vietnam. Anyway, but these two things that is related the most to the community in here. Yeah, Vivek says like feel like San Francisco 10 to 15 years ago. I have no idea. I'm not that old, but we are pushing it. So have no fear and do it, because we have the testnet, right? That's our godsend. So again, this is the alpha I want to say you. And if you want to meet me, you want to talk to me, talk to everyone who work around this, so go to Ho Chi Minh City to the event that I will paste the link in here. So meet me there in the Solana Startup Scam in Ho Chi Minh City in Saigon. End of this month, we can have more conversation around it. We can build it. It is not rocket science. You guys can build it for sure, and we'll figure out how to like make it a real business later on, because nothing happened. Rome is not built in one day, and we have like maybe half a year to prove that this thing works. Build on testnet is just like you write a software, right? You write a poem, right? And it has no real world consequence, because a testnet software is not interacting with the real world. It is testnet, right? So Solana on testnet has zero value. It's testnet only. It have technical value, have no social impact, because just testnet. So key point is like just be on testnet. And there's no legal problem, because legal is like you do something that they prohibit, but now you do nothing because it's on testnet. You do not even interact with the society. So at least from my side, no, nothing. There's nothing. You not selling drug, right? No one can arrest you for thinking about selling drug. I mean, testnet is like you thinking about something. So just be on testnet. Yes, nothing related to real money, real asset, because it's regulated. But we build something on like a simulation. How can people forbid you to build simulation? So that I think it's all the fears, like it's just all of that thing is just like imaginary to me. Like build it and we work together to make things real, because we bring like positive impact to the world. We do things with goodwill, because eventually in the end of the day, this is going to make everybody win. So I see no reason to not be in on testnet, and it opened up like a lot of things for you guys to build. Wow, it's 54 minutes for me to like talk to a screen. Thank you guys for joining. Yeah. So Vivek is already in here. If anyone need testnet, devnet, or some good RPC, so let Vivek know. Yeah. So I will hang around for maybe 5 minutes to make it 1 hour. If you have any question, something to tell me, just chat. You're welcome. Like you don't have to say thanks to me. It's just up to you guys to build it. So yeah, that's a super team mission. We are here to support builder. So maybe I will go through some other. So in the meantime, if there's no question, I will go through some other piece of bounty as well. So this is one of the bounty, another bounty. So yeah, we have a bounty which is share your vision for blockchain policy in Vietnam. Why we have this bounty? Because to be honest, I don't think I'm the best person to do this kind of thing. I'm a reckless software developer who who accidentally have to do event organizer and accidentally have to talk to the people in power, which is I have no interest at all. So we are building this bounty for you to share your vision for blockchain policy in Vietnam, and it should be very specific. I don't want you to throw AI into this. I see that someone already throw AI into this. Someone used like AI to submit the bounty within 5 minutes. Not something I'm looking for. And it's easy to see if that AI. But I want to see people with real expertise come and say, okay, it's crazy, but I think I have that plan in my mind 1-2 years, a few years ago, and I think it's a good chance to work with Super Team Vietnam to make this happen. Maybe something like that. So I want to see, write a short essay and tell me what is the real step that you think that makes sense to implement in here. So if you win the bounty, there's a good chance that you will replace me to work with the government and see how things work. This bounty is for non-coder. No, this bounty, the blockchain policy is not for non-coder. Actually, I'm thinking someone with like a policy advocacy background, or you work with like big government project before, so you know who to talk to, how things work. If, like, you don't crazy dream like me, and you like have the feet on the ground. I will do the crazy thing for you, but you have the feet on the ground. You know what can be done, what cannot. So have that thing. The next bounty. Actually, we have too many bounty right now. So many bounty. The next bounty we have is this one. Oh, there's one bounty I really want to sue because I need you guys for that. Writing a H1 impact for Super Team Vietnam. So we do a lot of things in the first half of 2025, and I really want to see from the community perspective how it look like for you guys. So like, are we doing good job? Are we doing bad job? What is like? Is there something that I just talking nonsense in the call, and then there's no follow up and nothing happened? Is there anyone take a grant and run away? Actually, I see someone take a grant and run away, but it's fine. I mean, we cannot be like 100% sure about human. Or maybe it's not. It's just not like timing. I don't know. Yeah, but we want to see from the community perspective. What do you think about Super Team Vietnam? What did we do in the first half, and so on? So I'm looking for someone like not looking for someone, but we have a bounty for you to submit to write a write up about our achievement, our success and failure in the first half of 2025. I know there's a lot of like data for you to gather, and maybe I cannot gather data for you, but based on public information and based on your knowledge, what do you know? What do you see? And what is your judgment? Only for that 6 months, not 2024. I already see 2 submissions, and actually it's about 2024. I'm just you did not read the requirement. You did not read or maybe it's just AI. I kind of like hate AI right now. I hate it so much because people just spam me a lot. So like, if you have an idea, write something and you can AI to polish it, but not like another AI, 100% AI. Like, even for me, I use AI for this for sure, but the originality still should be human. Oh, and one thing is right now, if I can find someone like 100% AI using this, I can flag that as spam. And if you are flagged as spam in earn.superteam.fund, then you got maybe reduced credit. You cannot apply for other things as well. So yeah, be sure that you do some real work. And we are looking for that. Anyway, it's been 1 hour. So there's no other question, nothing. So thank you very much for coming, and yeah, see you next week. Bye bye.